Impactful message from Carlos Alcaraz after his victory against CILIC. There's something no one knows. Welcome to Tennis Zone. Today, we analyze in detail a message that has generated great expectations in the world of tennis. Carlos Alcaraz, after his victory against Marin Cilic in the first round of the ATP 500 in Doha, left an enigmatic phrase that has sparked all kinds of speculation. There's something no one knows. What did the Mercian mean by these words? Is he referring to his possible clash with Novak Djokovic in the semifinals? Is he hiding a special strategy or a secret motivation? In this video, we will break down his match, his statements, and what he might be planning for the final stretch of the tournament. If you are a tennis fan and want to stay up to date with all the details, stick around until the end because what's coming could change Alcaraz's season completely. A hard-fought victory, but with a hidden message. Carlos Alcaraz made his debut at the ATP 500 in Doha with a victory against Marin Cilic, but the match was far from an easy task. Despite winning with a score of 6-4, 6-4, the match lasted an hour and 40 minutes and was full of tense moments where the Croatian came close to complicating things for the Spaniard. From the start, Cilic showed that he was not on the court just to participate in the tournament. At 36 years old and at a stage where each match could be one of the last of his career, the Croatian made it clear that he still has the quality to compete at the highest level. During the first set, both players exchanged service breaks in the opening games, something uncommon in an Alcaraz match, as he generally holds his serve with authority. The key moment came in the seventh game, when Alcaraz managed to break Cilic's serve and consolidated the advantage to close the set 6-4. However, in the second set, Cilic had a golden opportunity when he went up 4-3 and had 3 break points to make it 5-3. At that moment, Alcaraz responded with his best tennis, saving each of the break chances and not only defending his serve but also breaking Cilic's serve in the next game to steer the match towards victory. Beyond the result, what stood out the most was not Alcaraz's level of play, but rather his words after the match. In the post-match interview, the Mercian made a comment that has led to all sorts of interpretations. There's something no one knows. What did Alcaraz mean? This enigmatic message has sparked multiple theories. Is he hiding a special preparation for a key match? Does he have a strategy that he has not yet revealed? Is he dealing with a physical issue that he has not wanted to make public? The truth is that if he advances in the tournament, Alcaraz's biggest obstacle on his path to the title would be Novak Djokovic in the semifinals. And this is no small detail. The last time they faced each other was at the 2025 Australian Open, where Djokovic won and exposed some weaknesses in the Spaniard's game. Alcaraz is a fierce competitor, and it is not far-fetched to think that his message could be related to his hunger for revenge against the world number one. Has he been working on a special tactic to defeat Djokovic? Has he analyzed the mistakes he made in Melbourne and is planning to correct them in Doha? Another possibility is that Alcaraz is dealing with a physical issue that he has not yet revealed. Although he did not show clear signs of discomfort in his match against Cilic, the wear and tear of the season and the demands of the tournaments may have taken a toll. If there is a physical problem that no one knows, it could be affecting his performance in this tournament. There is also the chance that the message refers to a technical or mental adjustment in his game. Alcaraz is a player who is always looking to evolve, and he could be working on a specific aspect of his tennis that he has yet to showcase in matches. The big goal: defeating Djokovic and proving his tennis maturity. Since Alcaraz burst onto the scene, his rivalry with Djokovic has been one of the most anticipated and exciting ones. Although he has managed to beat the Serbian on some occasions, the general feeling is that Djokovic still dominates the most important matches. In their head-to-head history, Alcaraz has secured memorable victories, such as in the 2023 Wimbledon final or the 2022 Madrid Masters. However, Djokovic has asserted his dominance in key moments, such as in the Turin Masters and the recent Australian Open. If both players advance in Doha, the semi-final clash would be a crucial test for the Mercian. A victory over Djokovic would not only bring him closer to the title but also send a clear message that he is ready to become the undisputed number one in the near future. What's next for Alcaraz in Doha? Before thinking about Djokovic, Alcaraz must overcome his next match in Doha. His opponent will come from the match between Zizhen Zhang and Luca Nardi. Although on paper the Spaniard is the favorite, in tournaments at this level, there is never room for complacency. If he passes this test, he could face tougher opponents in the quarterfinals before reaching the highly anticipated semifinals against Djokovic. Should he win the tournament, Alcaraz would become the youngest champion in Doha since Andy Murray in 2009, a feat that would confirm his great start to the season after his title in Rotterdam. The threat of Fonseca and the future of competition. Carlos Alcaraz continues to make an impact on the circuit, but not only with his victories. His vision of tennis and analytical ability allow him to always stay aware of new threats emerging on the tour. And one of the most evident is João Fonseca, the young Brazilian who is starting to make waves. But what makes João Fonseca so special? Why has Alcaraz been paying such close attention to him? And what does this mean for the future of tennis? A new threat on the horizon. At just 18 years old, the Brazilian has already achieved something many players take years to accomplish, an ATP Tour title in Buenos Aires, defeating Francisco Cerundolo in a tough final. Fonseca is not an unknown to Alcaraz. They have already trained together at the 2023 ATP Finals in Turin, and now the Mercian has been closely following his progress. Alcaraz's public congratulations to Fonseca reveal admiration but also a warning. He knows this young player is not just a fleeting talent but someone who will soon be competing for the same titles. Will Fonseca be the next Sinner or Alcaraz of Brazil? Fonseca's aggressive game, mobility, and competitive mentality have made him a player with enormous potential. Like Alcaraz, Fonseca does not fear big challenges. If Alcaraz is the leader of his generation, Fonseca might be his next great rival. Conclusion: a future full of excitement. Carlos Alcaraz continues his journey in Doha, but his vision goes far beyond just this tournament. He understands that tennis is in a state of constant evolution, where new generations emerge with increasing strength and determination. While he remains one of the top contenders for the biggest titles, he is also aware that the competition will only get tougher. The dominance of established players like Novak Djokovic is gradually giving way to a new era, and Alcaraz wants to be at the forefront of this transition. However, he is not alone in this race. Alongside familiar names such as Jannik Sinner, Holger Rune, and Ben Shelton, young stars like João Fonseca are beginning to appear as potential threats. The Brazilian's recent title in Buenos Aires has sent a clear message: the new generation is arriving with ambition, and some of them may soon challenge the status quo of men's tennis. The question now is how long it will take for Fonseca and other rising players to truly establish themselves at the highest level. Will he develop into a constant rival for Alcaraz in the same way that the Spaniard has been for Djokovic? Or is he still a few years away from being able to compete consistently at Grand Slam and Masters 1000 events? Tennis history has shown that raw talent is not always enough. It takes mental strength, physical endurance, and adaptability to remain competitive over the years. Alcaraz has already proven that he possesses all these qualities, but the real question is whether Fonseca will follow a similar path or if another young talent will emerge to challenge the Spaniard. Regardless of what happens, one thing is certain: we are witnessing the beginning of a fascinating new chapter in men's tennis. The battles that await us in the coming seasons will define the sport's future and could shape a new set of legendary rivalries. Will Alcaraz continue to dominate the next decade, or will players like Fonseca rise to challenge him? Only time will tell. For now, all we can do is enjoy the incredible tennis that awaits us and follow every moment of this exciting evolution in the sport. Leave us your opinion in the comments and subscribe to Tennis Zone to stay updated on all ATP Tour action. See you in the next video.